Hello folks, I'm Ed Overstreet and welcome to the Night Sky Imaging channel, and we are going to finish taking calibration frames. I have got the camera cooling system on to minus 15 degrees. This is what I imaged at last night, and so I made a major boo-boo in the prior video. I was live this afternoon showing you how I take my flats using the light panel by Spike-A-Flat, and I went ahead and set up the sequence that I'm going to do tonight, and don't know where I got this. I think I was just caught up with setting up my flat darks, but at any rate, I started setting up my dark sequences. In each event, I had an 8-second dark for the blue frame, an 8-second dark for the red and green and so forth. And you absolutely, you do not need to worry about filters. You don't need a filter at all when you're taking darks. This has nothing to do with optics or lenses or any of that. It has to only do with your camera sensor darks. The flats, now that's a different matter, but darks and bias and flat darks have nothing to do with your optics. Flat darks have one job, and that's to remove the electronic signature of your camera. That's the sensor electronic signature from your flats, and that's it. Your flats are easily calibrated by removing the flat darks, or you may take bias. But if you have a CMOS camera, you might want to venture into taking flat darks. So that's what we're doing tonight. But for some reason, I set up this sequence, and it was only until I was getting ready to go live again, and I thought, why am I taking 8-second darks in every filter? There's no need. That's just insane. So I wrote a little, what do they call it when you boo-boo? I forget. But at any rate, I put on the video a disclaimer or whatever you call it that I really messed it up. So, but then if you get to know me, you're gonna realize that I talk faster than I think. And that isn't a good thing if you're making live videos. It doesn't make sense if you're doing recorded videos either, if you don't catch it. Okay, well, we're live tonight, and I'm waiting for this to cool, but here's what I'm doing. Clouds are out right now. I don't know if I'll be able to image. I don't know if we'll be able to see Jupiter or Saturn. Right now I have it on the moon. In fact, I'll venture over this while this is cooling, and if it had, yeah, I've got the Smith-Cassegrain on the moon, and we'll go around the moon. It's always fun to look at when you're passing time. You can't see that, so let me. Daggone, you can't see anything. What's wrong with this streaming software? All right, let's try this. Now you're seeing, okay. This is just a continuation of yesterday's fiasco. This afternoon's mess. All right. Here's what we're doing with the Stellarvue. This is the plan. Last night, I imaged and forgot to take the blue. I didn't forget, I didn't check it. So I ended up with LRG and Lume and no B. So tonight I'm going to take the B. And then when I'm finished taking the B, the blue filter, I'm going to switch over here and I'm going to take darks. But actually, Andromeda's, what I'm imaging, isn't going to be high enough in the sky until probably around 10:30 or 11. Hopefully the clouds will be gone. And that's when I plan to take the blue filtered images. So I'll interrupt these calibration frames to take those blues, and then I'll come back and restart the calibration frame. So tonight, because of clouds, I planned 5 hours of calibration frames to build my library. And so I'm gonna take some flat darks, and I took flats earlier today with the Spica flat, and here were the exposure settings, and so I'll use the same exposure settings, and I took flats in every filter that's on my filter wheel. So I may have to retake the S2 filters because it looks like I had the O3 filter and so I'll probably have to. Bad day. This is a bad day altogether here. I did get my grass cut this afternoon, so that's not all bad. But at any rate, so I plan on starting out taking my flat darks and all the way through all my filters. We'll spin through those. Then I'm going to take 50 bias frames, and then I'm going to start taking my darks. And I'm only going to use one filter for this. If I didn't have a filter in each of the slots of the filter wheel, which is a 7-position filter wheel, I wouldn't use any filter at all. But you don't need a filter, and you can use any one you want. And it even kind of makes sense to use the HA or the S2 filter because it filters out a lot of light, and you'll even get a darker image. But at any rate, I use the L. So I'm going to take 8 seconds, and that's for stars. That's for stars only. So I'll have some darks at 8 seconds. 30 seconds, 45, 60, 120. I'll take 20, 180 second, 20, 240, and 20, 300 second. So I'll have some 5 minutes up. So that's the plan tonight. But sometime in the middle of all of this, I'm going to boot up another sequence, and the Andromeda sequence, and I'm going to complete that by taking 100 blue filtered images of Andromeda, and we'll slew over there, we'll plate solve, and that's if we don't have clouds. And we'll take some images of that, and that's what we'll do. Now, I mentioned to you that I've got the moon over here, and let me bring up that outside camera so you can see the clouds I'm fighting. Hang on a minute. Or we're fighting. Yeah. Okay, so, dang it. I hate these pop-ups. They're driving me nuts. Look. I don't want. Hey. I need to get somebody over here with Windows knowledge, because I have zero, and help them remove all this crap. But if you can see into the sky here, there's just clouds all over everywhere. And this Cassid grain is where the clouds aren't, and it's only there for a moment because they're all moving this way. So at some point in time, according to our local weather forecaster, these are going to pass over. We'll have some clear skies, then we'll have another patch and maybe some more clear skies, and so I'll have to shoot between the clouds. But since I'm taking calibration frames, and since Jupiter and Saturn will be the 2 planets we'll be imaging, it really doesn't matter. I can knock off some, and if the clouds come, I can sit and wait, and then when they're gone, I can do some more. I'll find something to do, but it isn't like you're taking deep space imaging, and you've got a long run going, and clouds come and mess up a 5-minute exposure, and shut your mount down and park it, and you guys find out that happened, you have to reset and restart everything. So here we are. We're on the moon. I'm waiting for my camera to cool before I take a trip around here and see what's going on. I can also play around with focus, although it doesn't look too far off. Seeing is okay, not great. But most of the moon, a good bit of the moon is, wrong way again. A good bit of the moon is dark, which really makes these craters look so dramatic. So, pretty cool. If and you asking me. Let me go back. We don't want to do that. All right, we're pretty much cool. So let's start running our sequence. So we're off and running. It's downloading the first flat dark, and that's this one right here. So we're taking flat darks in Loom, red, and all the filters. Crap! I just found out. I just saw where when I took my flats this afternoon, I didn't take S2 flats. I took 2 sets of O3s. Yeah, well. Never hurts to retake flats, and I'll do that in the morning. So this is going to run until I'm ready for Andromeda, and we might as well take a look in a Planetary software program. I use Sky Safari and Cortez du Ciel. I don't know how you pronounce that, something like that. Let's go ahead and put that to bed so it'll stop bothering me. And we'll bring up the Planetarium software, Sky Safari Pro 6 or whatever it is. Sky Safari 6 Pro. I don't know if you can hear me. I don't even have the mic over here. I don't have my headphones on, so I don't know what's going on. Okay. I should change my echo. I should get rid of Night Sky Imager, and I think I will change to the Scatterbrain Imager. Yeah, I like that. I don't like that, but it fits. So, if it fits, it quits. Alrighty, we got this going. So let's head back to, we're doing calibration frames, and I've got Sky Safari open. So let's type in M31, M31. And right now it is, where is it? It's right here, which is about altitude, it's 15 degrees. And I don't know where it is in relation to the clouds, but let's move it ahead to, it's 8:43. Let's go to say 9:43. Let's back up a little bit. Okay, sometime around 10, it'll be about 30 degrees, and I'll knock off those 100 45-second blues, and that'll take probably 45 minutes, 145 seconds, close to an hour, and then I'll come back and finish up the darks, because I'll be on darks then. Flat darks will be taken, the bias will be taken, so it'll be time for the darks. All right, so let's head outside and fiddle around with the moon until the clouds overtake us. And it's pointless to even try to zero in on Saturn right now. All right, let's stop right there, and let's go down to our focuser, and let's go in. Let's start by going in. Let's see, we are at 990 steps. So let's go in 10 steps and look at focus. And yes, I do know, I am aware that we have some focus assistant tools here, and contrast edge detection works pretty good for the moon. Fourier detail detection works pretty good for the moon. I've not had much success with the histogram range, but if you bring this up and you set your, that's pretty good, noise threshold, let's say to 5, and my best is 3.04. We're now at 1.7, and let's see, black threshold, come down to say to 3, and average over, let's do 5 seconds. Yeah, we want to ignore frames when we're moving. And let's go ahead and reset that. Reset that. And let's get a graph. And let's see. So it's going to change every 5 seconds. So now let's move our focuser. Let's get our, let's bring us on right here. Make it a little bit, grab it. So right there. And let's bring the exposure up a titty witty. I don't care about overexposing the rim. I really just want to kind of get the focus right. Okay. Now let's move the focuser. All right. Let's continue to go in. Let's because of seeing, I kind of like to average about 5 seconds. And in some ways, I wish I could average longer than that. Kind of average out the scene. All right, I think we need to go out because we're not improving. Now we're starting to improve a little. Let's go out some more. And then again, you know, scene conditions has a lot to do, you know, with focusing. Let's get there. Let's reset because I've changed the box. But this is just to have fun, I guess, trying to find focus. I'm going to end up eyeballing it. Let's go back to 2 seconds. It's going to move a lot faster. And let's go out. I can tell it's not, well, every now and then you get some. All right, let's now you get in the dark there where you have the edge up, where I got to change my dark point though, a black point some. Up, come down some. Better come down one more. Okay, I'm changing the black threshold over here. If it gets too high, just kind of watch what happens to your Let's get it back right there. Let's reset. We've already made a change. And this is Sharp Cap I'm using. All right, let's go back in. I happen to know that in is better, although it's not showing better. I'm also paying attention over here. My best is 6.183 and I'm at 5.7. Okay, let's bring up some and let's reset. Let's get some better edge. I thought I had some, but black point. Let's bring this box down. Let's reset again. So the focuser's at 1,000 steps, and but this is more like, okay, let's go in some. Focuser is at 990, and we've gone up a little bit. And we've gone up again. And we've gone up some more. I'm moving 5 steps is nothing. There's no way in the world I could go out and with my fingers move manually the focuser 5 steps. That's as hard as I could try to just barely move it. I couldn't move it 5 steps. All right, the clouds are coming in, and I'm losing my. It's pointless really to try to focus. I'm getting some of those thin layer clouds, and I'm having to really raise up the exposure. So, yeah, I've got the moon now at 69 milliseconds at 121 gain. The moon's bright, and we can get rid of this. It's not better focused, by the way, so I'm going to come back out to where I was, which was 990. I know that's better, although it doesn't look it. Okay. Hey, it looks awful now, but well, let's go out 50 steps. can't even tell the difference because of the Okay, let's stop there for a minute, and I do think that looks a little better. Nope. Yep. The moon is this color because I am using a one-shot color camera. There's my widget flyout. I hate Windows 10. Man, I wish I'd have never installed it. Let's go back over and see what's cooking with this here. Okay. We have taken so far almost all of our flat darks. We've taken all of our LRGBs. We're on the HA now, then O3, then S2. So that'll all go quick. It'll go quick until I get to here. I'll have by it's 9 o'clock. By 11 o'clock, by the time we're going to do Andromeda, I should be about right here, maybe here. And with the Stellarvue SV70T, some targets, some nebula require that I shoot 5-minute subs, but with the 0.70 reducer, it puts it at 336 millimeter, pretty wide. I can get all of Andromeda in. I can get the eastern and western veil all in. It's just a great wide field setup. Great field of view. So let's go back and see the moon. Let's see if we can, well, I know the clouds are out there. They just haven't, and they're so slow moving, which is really nauseating because once they cover, they're just going to be there for a while. I mean, very slow moving. Oh, want to cry. But pointless. All right, let's go back out to bingo. Our moon. Wow. Haven't changed anything. It's just seeing has caused, the focus hasn't changed. It's just the clouds, and they're a thin layer, but boy, they're doing their work on this. My exposure is up to 148 milliseconds. We're still in the dark. Okay, let me go to this Planetary software program and let me sync. Yep. Which we did. Let's go to this. And I will be right back. I hate that. If anybody knows an easy fix for keeping these pop-ups, for every time I just move this down here. Oh, that's where it's doing it. There. Okay. Stay away from the weather. Can I remove that? Clear? Clear? Oh no. I don't need your weather. Dang it. Can I move that? Well, at least I know what to stay away from. Okay, got it, guys. Look at the clouds are covering this up now. I'll show you the clouds. I'll raise the guiding exposure and, well, is that you, Mimi? Huh? My wife, do you need me?
You can finish. I pushed the button to skip an ad and it went off.
Okay. I'm going to leave this on. I'm going to do two things. I'll be right back. I'm going to go out to the mount and I'm going to I'm going to go out to the mount. Look at the cloud that's cut the moon in half here. Oh well. But I will be right back. Hang on a minute. I'm going to try to find something real quick that okay. I'm going to leave it on this and I'll be right back. Tell you what, I will put on my outside surveillance camera and I will be out there in a minute, making an adjustment. gonna lose her. All right, let's see here. I'm supposed to go around the other way. Tight fit. All right. It's in the trees. I don't know if this voice is working, but it's so low. It's in the trees is what's happened. That's why we're not seeing it. I am back. I am back. Oh. All right. I guess this thing signed off. Why wasn't that on? Well, anyway, we're in the trees. So I'm going to park them out. Not that. We got to go back. And we're going to park them out. Well, what time is it? 9:11. We could go through some clouds. Let's see. I want to go back over here. And this should be Saturn. Let's find Saturn. And let's slew there. let's look. Darn thing. I'm gonna figure out how to move that. See all the clouds? Well, here comes my telescope. It's headed over towards Saturn, which should be right over here in the clouds, low in the sky, very low in the sky. I don't have lights on. It's the IR, the infrared coming out of the surveillance camera, but there is a street lamp right in front of my house, and it really looks like, if you're in my backyard, it's about a 19.5 sky meter reading, because I do read the sky about once a week, and I've got a nice little sky meter here. They're good to have, but at any rate, when I get off on that, let's go back to, we can bury this. We don't need that one. We don't need both of them. And let's find our, okay. Now, let's start, let's just stop, get connected, disconnect, connect again, and start looping. And let's go about 2 seconds. And there's Saturn up here. Let's move it down. Let's see. Down would be north. Nope. Down would be west. Nope. Down's going to be east. So we'll and then south will be let's go down a little more. I moved this thing out there. I don't know if this is centered, so let's go out to our software here, and let's, just to make it easy on me, let's run the gain up and run the exposure up so we won't miss it. Then we'll bring it down when we get it in here. Let's go back to, okay, we were going south. South moves it right, and okay, so south and east. All right, let's try moving it south and east and see if we can get it in the window here. Come on, Saturn. All right, let's see where we've gone. Let's bring back, oh, it isn't there at all. Let me go back up. Let's see, we need to go east, we need to go west. And let's check that out. West some more. West some more. West some more. West some more. We'll stumble on it in a minute. See, I forgot which way north was moving. North. Yeah, we want to go that way. Let's try north, 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 west. I need to go park the mount and reset it to its park position so I don't have to go do this. Here we go there. Let's see. Let's get it's easier just to go. Well, I'm lazy. Let's see. We want a reticle, single crosshair. Oh, crap. Oh, yeah. I forgot to put the, that looks small. I forgot to put the, dang it. The PowerMate 2.5 times Barlow. But it's all right. Dang it. Alrighty, let's bring the gain down to this exposure down to 40 and the gain down to about 250. 250. Alright, and then let's go up to 45. And then we don't have anything worth looking at there, so let's just muscle up about 250%. And bring this back into the center. And we'll lock it here. We definitely aren't focused. Although I think some clouds are going to mess with us. When I went outside a while ago, there's some patches of clouds. All right, let's go down to where, let's actually zoom in to about 400%. When you don't have a Barlow on, because right now we're just at 2200 millimeters, and with my 2.5, I can bring it up to right at 5,500 millimeters, which is gracious plenty. And but I can't take it changes the f-stop big time. And a trick to imaging the planets is underexpose them. This is about right. You'll be surprised how much signal you actually have. But underexpose them, don't overexpose them. If your histogram reaches halfway, now that's not the case with the sun, that's not the case with the moon. It is the case with planets, though. But underexpose what appears to you're underexposing, but you're not. Nothing's being clipped. You've got information. Well, you may have some sky being clipped over here on the far left, but this is pretty close to being, if you're going to image, the exposure that you want. So let's make note of that, and let's just see how much it changes because of the clouds. We're at, let's just call this, make it easy on us, let's do 25 milliseconds, and let's make this 250. So we're at 250. That may be a little bit too dark. It isn't too much too dark though. Let's see, we're at 25 frames per second. Okay, let's go up to 30. And let's go up to 45. Because we really didn't, I'm watching frames per second down here, we really didn't lose much. I want to do this just to focus. I want to brighten it up just to focus. And let's see. Seeing is not good though. Look at it bouncing around. Can't see any rings. You can't see any banding on the rings. And it's getting darker. Again, that's the thin layer of clouds out there. And it's getting brighter. And I'm not changing anything with the focus. And I guess I need to go on out and get a Batinoff mask and just finish it off, because I can't tell if I'm in focus or not. And now the clouds are messing with me. But we got Saturn floating around in the sky amongst the clouds, and that's what's going on with one kit, and then we're taking dark frames with another. We are currently taking 30-second darks. We have 18 in the can. We want 2 more. Then we're going to take 45-second darks, and then we're going to take minute darks, then 2-minute darks, then a minute 80, and then 240 and 300. And this will be my dark library for the next, well, the temperature outside right now is 76 degrees. And so for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it'll be a little cooler than that. But as long as the temperatures are in the 70s, I'll use this set of darks and bias and flat darks for calibration frames. But when it starts getting into the 60s, I'll retake them. And the reason is that I'm cooling to minus 15. Of course, when I get into October, I'm going to cool to minus 30. Because I can. That's the only reason why I'm not doing it now. I can't. It's too hot. I'm at 78% of the capacity of this camera, and I'm only at minus 15 degrees. So at 100%, I might get it down to minus 18 or 19. That's as good as it can do. Below ambient. Now, that's not, we all understand that we're, instead of 76 degrees, the sensor is minus 15 degrees. So, it's 61 degrees at the sensor. Is that good? I don't know. Does it make that big of a difference? I don't know. I'll tell you what, though, I don't worry about noise like I used to, because it's so bloody manageable in post-processing. There are so many cool noise reduction processes. If you're a PixInsight user, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And they're nearly free. They cost such, $15, $20 to buy the process. And you can really mitigate the noise. Not that PixInsight has good noise reduction. It had good noise reduction routines anyway. TVG to noise and multilinear transform and what is it, the one that's nonlinear transformation. Both does detail, and you can also do noise reduction with it, depending on what layer you're going to work on. Okay, let's go back out and see if we still have Saturn floating. Bingo, it is. Just because I can. Look at that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going back outside, and I'm going to recenter my... First, let me make sure I'm centered here. Let me come back in here, because I've moved this. All right, let's go back to from 400% to automatic, and let me reset these crosshairs, because we've had some drift. No reticule. and crosshairs, and all of a sudden we've lost, there it comes. Alright, now I want to move this mountain. I don't know which way. Hey, I looked into the right way. Alright, right there. So now I'm going to go outside and I'm going to take my, look at that, there's our clouds. I'm going to take my guide camera and, well, I'm not going to do anything right now because Saturn has fallen off the charts due to the clouds. I tell you what, as many clouds as I saw outside, I don't know that we're going to get any back. I don't know if this is going to be, I think this is going to be an issue for a long time. So let's do this for fun. Let's go back out to this. Let me pull up my planetarium software. And where is Andromeda now? Okay, wow, it's low. I don't care. Let's slew to Andromeda. The worst thing that could happen is I'm looking at a rooftop. So let's go ahead and see if we can't plate solve and get our blues for Andromeda. So let me head over to this scope, and where are we? We're going to pause this sequence, and we're going to run to, we're going to pause it and keep the current frame. So it's downloading right now, and it should be pausing. So we have paused this. I'm going to save this, and I'm going to bring up a new sequence. I'm going to bring up N31, and last night I had everything checked but this last one, so I didn't get blue. So let's see if the clouds are going to let me go on. One thing for sure, though, we are on the other side of the, we're just, and well, Andromeda isn't where the clouds were. So maybe, let me bring up my focuser, let me bring up my mount, and let's go ahead and add the weather data. Okay. And so let's slew to Andromeda, and here we go. Okay, it's I can fix this. It's right now I've got my horizon limit set, so I have it set. I don't want to image anything unless it's at least 28 degrees, and that's too low, and this happens to be 22. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to planning, and I got to move this up, and I'm going to change the horizon to 20, and I'm going to click OK. And so I'm going to try slewing to it now, and it's going. Let me bring up my outside camera to see it's logging on, and here's the I got lens caps on. Oh lordy, because I was taking dark, so I had the bloody lens caps on. All right, I'm gonna have to go take them off, so I'll be right back, guys. Sorry, I'll be right back. no Saturn. Still no Saturn. Clouds. Are the words there? Okay. Okay. Whoa. I'm back. As I understand, let me go down here. And, okay. Now let's hit slew again. And then let's center it. What I'm afraid of is that I'm going to be looking at the back of some trees or a house because we are low. I'll be able to tell from this first image. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Just clouds. Ba 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 ba. Look how far off I am. 2,900 pixels in RA. 1,100 pixels in declination. Yikes. Ba-ba-dee-bum. Well, I won't be taking any blues for a while. So now we're 23 pixels off in RA and 8 pixels off in declination, so we had a success. And but I can't do anything. So here is Andromeda. I'm going to go ahead and try guiding in this, and then I'm going to connect our gear. Go ahead. Well, let's go ahead and put this to bed. It'll keep reminding me. Okay, let's connect our gear. Let's start looping. And it's going to, of course, we'll find, we're going to start guiding. And we'll kind of keep Andromeda in the frame. And at the same time, whoa, check out how we're starting guiding. Last night we guided under 60 RMS. It's the scene conditions. It's a waste of time. Okay, well, we're gonna go park, and it's pointless hanging out here. We're gonna park the telescope. I'll come back later tonight and see if I can do any damage. And we'll reset the calibration frames, sequence up. I'm going to go ahead and unpark that. And let's go back to Sequence Generator Pro. It was a nice try. And let's see, we want to say, let's bring our sequence up. We'll just say save it. We have an hour and 15 minutes left to image. That's what's going to take to get the blue in. So we will. Last night I took 8 seconds. I took 8-second RGBs and for stars. And then tonight, and I took RGB at 45 seconds and Lume at 30 seconds. But I didn't get the B in. I forgot to check this one. Everything else was checked, but this one wasn't. So when I woke up this morning, you were on my mind. But when I woke up this morning, it was no data. Okay. The little things are what gets you in this hobby. Forgetting your telescope, you don't ever do that. But forgetting your IR UV cut filter, you do that. Okay, so we want to save this. We did, I think, already. We're going to save the sequence. Then we're going to bring up our other sequence that had us taking our, we're going to run it, and we're going to pick up where we left off. We're taking bias frames now. No, we're not. We're taking flat darks. Okay. Wait a minute. Whoa. Event 18. Let's go to event 18. All right, we are on event 18. We're taking 45-second darks. Is that right? Yes. Then why does this say, oh, that's the name. Okay, very good. That's what we're saving it to. Okay, I just saw bias in there, and I got it. All right, we're off and running. Here's, wait a minute. Stop everything. Abort. I didn't put the caps back on. But where are these stars coming from? Again, it's the little things. I got to run outside. All right. Oh, the scatterbrain astrophotographer. Let me do one other thing while I'm thinking about it. Let's go up to my external hard drive. Let's go to our darks and let's go. It's our flat darks. Let's go to our 8 seconds, 30, 45, and let's get rid of these two. Let's get rid of these three. Let's just retake the last. So we have, I'm going to delete. So we have 3 45-seconders. Let's go back here. Let's reset the progress. Instead of 6, we're going to edit. We're going to reset progress. Yep. And for event 18, where are you, 18? What did it change on me? We'll edit it, and we're going to type in 3. Okay. So we have 3 done. Now, before I hit resume, let me go put the lens caps on. Be right back. And I will bring up and I got 2 different cameras out there. You're seeing, that's why. Anyway, let me be right back. Okay. Alrighty. Let's get rid of this. And okay. Now resume. This should be better. That's the North Star. Polaris. These are 0-second stars. Actually, 8-second stars is probably too much. But 0-second stars really is as fast as my camera can take, which is about 1/3000th of a second. So at f4.9. So we are now back. My camera's still cooled, isn't it? Yeah, minus 15 degrees, which is what I shot Andromeda at last night. Oh, the clouds are thicker than ever now. I did see Saturn. Just peeked at it through the clouds, but it's we might get a glimpse of it. Nah, there you go. It's coming and going, but it's I don't know. I'm not going to hang on here. We can't do Andromeda. We can't do the planets. The clouds are going to keep us from doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. It was the best attempt I could make. Again, last night, here comes Saturn. Ah, between the clouds. And there she goes. Here she comes. But I'm going to bid you guys a good night, and thanks for hanging in here and watching, and hope you have a terrific weekend. I can't do anything tomorrow night. I don't care how good the skies are. I got to shoot a football game, so I'll be busy processing those pictures late at night and early in the morning. I've got to photograph cross country. Big cross country meet. Teams from all over South Carolina are coming in. Hey, there's Saturn. There she goes. All right. I will talk at you later. Don't forget to subscribe and like the page, and that will make me jump up and down and go tell my wife that somebody liked it and even subscribe to it. And so, again, catch you later.